Hey guys, how you doing today? um, I am having some issues with my Hoya Curtsii. I've got her in this terracotta pot and I cannot keep up with the watering on her. I think that is the issue. I did some oh my god, look how horrible she looks. She's all dried up. A terracotta pot I don't think is working very well for her, because if you look at this one, this is a cutting that I took off of her, I don't know, a couple of months ago, I guess. And I have her in plastic. She's in a plastic pot. And look at the differences between the two. I mean, this one is nice and full. It looks really nice. This one is just dried, and no matter how much I water her, it seems like she dries out very quickly and I cannot keep on top of it. So my conclusion to this is I am going to put her into a plastic pot. I have a couple of them here. I don't know which one I'm going to use. I have this bigger round one, and then I have this one. I'm just going to take her out and see what a root system looks like. I mean, I don't know. Her root system could be totally demolished for all I know. I mean, I just don't know what's going on with this plant. So I'm going to take her out, and I know her soil is good because I just repotted her not too long ago, but I just don't think that she likes being in terracotta. So, yep. See, look at that. Her roots are... She doesn't even have a root system. And I don't get that. I don't get it at all. I'm glad I took the cuttings from her when I did, because you can see there is nothing. Absolutely nothing on that strand. So, I think I am going to have a change of plans here. I was going to put her in that terracotta pot, in the plastic pot, but since she has no root system, look at that. There's nothing. All her roots are dead. And I don't get it. I know I was not overwatering her. So now I think what I'm going to do is, instead of putting her in a pot, I'm going to clean all this up and put her in the water so she can rehydrate, work on growing some roots, and hopefully make a comeback. Alright, let me go get a water vessel. Okay, I got my water glass that I'm going to use, and I grabbed my rooting hormone. I'm definitely going to use my rooting hormone on this. I wish I would have done this like a week ago when I first started noticing that she was acting really funny. I'm just going to take a look here and see what's going on. That's dead. I'm just going to cut that. Remove those leaves there on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and just dunk this. Stick it in the water. I'm just cutting off the first couple of leaves where the roots will come out. Getting her in some water, get her hydrated. This is a shame. This is such a pretty little plant. That's a shorter one. Put that, I'll wait and put these shorter ones on top so they don't get buried. Now I'm not going to put rooting hormone on every strand that I put in there because you don't really need that much. Just getting rid of all these dead bits. Get rid of that. It's kind of dying back. I should have got to her sooner. I don't understand why her roots all died off, but they did, so now all I can do is try to save her and get her in some water. I'm just cutting the first couple leaves back. Like that. Getting her all in water. That one ain't even worth worrying about. If I would have checked her right when I seen her acting funny, maybe she wouldn't have gotten this bad, but I don't know. I mean, I guess that goes to show you that when you see a plant in distress, you really should look at it as soon as you can, immediately. That way you know what's going on, and hopefully you can save your plant. I'm just cutting back like all this dead. All this down in here is dead. So I'm just going to cut that off up to where it's green, which is right about right here. Cut that off. I'm going to cut that off right there because that's useless. And then I'm going to cut these lower leaves off. Get them in water. Same with the other one. And she should be a little more hydrated by tomorrow. I hope. This plant, actually, it did pretty good for me when I first got her. And I picked this plant up at Lowe's, I believe. And she did pretty good for me for a while. And then I started noticing she was acting funny. And I repotted her. And that was around the end of summer. I'm going to cut that off because that's all dead. And then she was fine, because she was kind of root bound when I repotted her. And at least I think so. I think this was a plant. I don't know, guys, to be totally honestly can remember. But see, that's dead stem right up there. So I'm going to cut it up to where it's green. Get rid of those bottom leaves where the nodes will come out. See, that's all green down in there, but I'm going to go ahead and cut it anyhow, and then do my leaves. Those off of there. I'm going to go up 2 leaves. That's dead. Cut that off. See, look, that's all dead. All in here is all dead. So I'm just going to cut it off like that. Get those leaves off. Down in the water she goes. Get this one. Do the same here. Their end is dead. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm glad I cut some of her long trails off and propagated this one, because this one is nice looking. And we got one more long one left. See all that dead down in there? It's all dead and dried up where the roots were. Cut it up a little past where it's green. And snip those leaves off where the nodes are. Oh, if I can get my fingers to work. There we go. Some more dead. I hope she straightens up. She should. And then I got these little tiny pieces, and I'm just going to stick those down in. I'm going to give another little dose of rooting hormone. These may or may not come back. I don't know. We'll see. Get it down in there good. Get this one stuck in there. Well, that's it. Everything else is junk. And I'll throw that away. And we will I'll keep an eye on her, and I'm sure she'll probably be fine, but I'm just lucky that I did make this propagation. I mean, you can tell how much healthier this plant is compared to this plant. And if you guys see a problem with your plant, don't do like I do and did and put it off, because I could have, it might not have gotten this bad if I would have just unpotted her and looked to see what was going on. But, so if you guys do have the Hoya Curtsii, and you're having issues with it, do a little bit of propagation if you can, if you have a little bit bigger plant, but switch them into the plastic, because I think their roots are very, very fine, and I think they need a little bit more water than a normal Hoya does, because they're so little and fragile and dainty, and their leaves are very thin anyhow. They're a lot more daintier and thinner than a regular Hoya. So that might be an option for you guys if you're having issues with this plant, because she does seem to need more water. So we will keep an eye on this one and see how she does. I think she'll be alright. So that's what I get for putting it off. Thank goodness I have this little guy. So, alright guys, I am going to let you go, and I will talk to you later. Bye.